Hi, this is Zak Mir with the US Chartbreakers here at Zak's Traders Cafe for Wednesday, the 17th of July. Starting off with the S&P, which is within this rising trend channel that's been in place since October last year. Top of the channel, they're heading for 58.40. We're looking for that by the end of next month, especially while we remain above recent July support, 55.80 over on an end-of-day close basis. Worst case at the moment, probably a fall to 5,500, but that was the old June resistance, and that could come in as support. Moving on to the Nasdaq, which has been within a very loyal within a rising trend channel from back in April. Just the first sign that this is a bit too steep, but not quite enough to really change the formation. The floor of the channel there around 20,200. Top of the channel there 21,500, which we're looking for by the end of next month or even sooner. If there is a pullback, probably the favored area would be the 19,600 area, which was the mid-June support for this market. Moving on to the stocks and a few new names, which is always nice. American Well, starting off the proceedings. Broadening triangle base there. Top of the triangle there, heading for $14.50, which we're looking for by the end of next month. We've broken above the 50-day line for the first time since February. Got bullish divergence after the bear trap, the initial July bear trap below $7. And the longer we stay above the 50-day line at $8.30, the greater the chance of a move to $14 plus by the end of next month. Next up is Angiodynamics, and unfilled gap to the upside after a rising 50-day moving average. Also bear trap rebound from below the June support there around $5.60. Bullish divergence in the RSI window as well, so everything positive in that sense. Above the old resistance, May-June resistance at $6.60, looking for $9 by the end of next month or even sooner. Moving along to Adani, and here you can see we've got this converging triangle. We've got the floor of the triangle there around $890. Above that, looking for a move up towards $1,170 by the end of next month. Obviously looking for the kind of spikes that we had back in June and also back in December. If you're cautious, you wait for an end-of-day close back above the 50-day moving average at $925 before assuming we are back in business on the upside, and also a break for the RSI above neutral 50 versus 48 at the moment. On to another situation which is of bullish interest at the moment, Caribou, and here you can see that we've got this potential gap close buy signal already broken above the 50-day line at $2.40 on an end-of-day close basis, and the longer we stay above that, the greater the chance of a move to the top of that triangle there from back in April, as high as $4.20. Moving on to another situation which we've looked at quite a lot in the recent past, and Logistic Properties of America is the name of the company. We were looking for an initial target here after the rug pull that we had back in June to the top of that red triangle there, which is around $25. Above $25, the next level up would be the upper parallel of that triangle, which is up to $40 by the end of next month or even sooner. The only minor resistance at the moment is that rising 50-day line at $28, but hopefully that will be cleared. Ideally, we stay on the right side of $25 on an end-of-day close basis. Moving on to a decent situation, Locafi, and here we've got this what looks like a mid-move consolidation above the rising 50-day line, above $3.50, which has been the sort of two-day support for the shares. Looking for up to $8 by the end of next month, which is the top of that broadening triangle from back in February. Nice setup coming up next for Pacific Biosciences, and here broadening triangle base, end of day close above the rising 50-day line at $1.70. Above that, looking for as high as $4.70 by the end of next month, on the basis that we'll have a gap close buy signal, and we've also got a W-shaped reversal and bullish divergence in the RSI window, so everything looking quite well set on that situation. Silos next, and you can see the volatility is not for widows and orphans, but what's interesting here is that we've got this broadening triangle, which has been in place since November. The top of the triangle there at $2.70. Be clear that, then we could be looking at a fresh leg to the upside as high as $3.30 over the next 2 to 4 weeks. Ideally, there's no end-of-day close back below $1.90, which was yesterday's support area. On to the last two. First one is VS Media, and here Shares have been doing, or are trying to do, what we want them to do, broadening triangle base here and closing above the 50-day moving average. If we can stay above that at $2.15, looking for up to $4.40 by the end of next month. And ideally, we stay above the recent resistance, $2.15, while we do that on an end-of-day close basis. Perhaps the most exciting stock is left for last, Zapp Electric. And here we've got what looks like a mid-move consolidation after the unfilled gaps to the upside that we've had. A previous target was $13, and above that, we're looking for up to $29 by the end of next month on a charting basis, which is the resistance line projection for back in October last year. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.